In today's world, Starbucks is everywhere. On busy city streets, inside airports, on university campuses, and even in quiet neighborhoods where people gather not just for coffee, but for comfort, conversation, and routine. The green siren logo has become a global symbol, not just of coffee, but of lifestyle. But Starbucks did not begin as a global giant. It did not start with fancy drinks, Wi Fi, or cozy sofas. Its story begins in a rainy American city, with three friends, one small shop, and a simple belief that great coffee could change how people experience everyday life. This is the story of Starbucks, a journey of passion, risk, vision, failure, reinvention, and global success. Chapter 1: Seattle 1971, The Humble Beginning. In the early 1970s, Seattle was a port city known for its rain, working-class neighborhoods, and strong connection to shipping and trade. Coffee was already part of daily life, but most Americans drank instant or low-quality brewed coffee. In 1971, three friends, Jerry Baldwin, Zev Siegel, and Gordon Boker, opened a small store near Pike Place Market. They named it Starbucks, inspired by a character from the novel Moby Dick. The name reflected the sea, adventure, and the rich trading history of coffee. At this time, Starbucks did not sell brewed coffee at all. There were no chairs, no music, no takeaway cups. The shop sold roasted coffee beans, spices, and coffee-making equipment. Customers were taught how to brew coffee at home. The founders were deeply influenced by European coffee culture, especially the craftsmanship of roasting beans. Their mentor, Alfred Peet, showed them that coffee could be bold, flavorful, and complex, not bitter and weak. Starbucks was small, local, and unknown, but its commitment to quality set the foundation for everything that followed. Chapter 2: A Man with a Vision. Howard Schultz enters. In 1982, a young salesman named Howard Schultz walked into a Starbucks store. He was selling coffee equipment and noticed something unusual. Starbucks ordered more espresso machines than any other small business. Curious, Schultz visited Seattle and met the founders. What impressed him was their obsession with quality and storytelling around coffee. He joined Starbucks as director of retail operations and marketing. A year later, Schultz traveled to Italy. What he experienced there changed his life. In Italy, coffee was not just a drink, it was a ritual. Cafes were social spaces where people stood at the bar, talked, laughed, and connected. Baristas knew their customers by name. Coffee brought people together. Schultz returned to Seattle inspired. He wanted Starbucks to serve espresso drinks and become a community. Café, a third place between home and work. The founders disagreed. They believed Starbucks should stay focused on selling beans, not becoming a cafe. The disagreement created tension. Eventually, Schultz left Starbucks to start his own coffee chain, inspired by Italian cafes. Chapter 3: The Turning Point. Starbucks Reborn. In 1987, an opportunity changed everything. The original founders decided to sell Starbucks. Howard Schultz saw his moment. With help from investors, Schultz bought Starbucks and merged it with his own cafe concept. He kept the Starbucks name, believing it carried trust and heritage. This moment marked the rebirth of Starbucks. Now, Starbucks served espresso drinks, hired trained baristas, and designed stores as warm, welcoming spaces. Soft lighting, wood interiors, and relaxing music created an experience, not just a transaction. Schultz believed Starbucks should treat employees like partners. He offered health insurance and stock options, even to part-time workers, something unheard of at the time. This philosophy built loyalty, motivation, and a strong company culture. Starbucks was no longer just selling coffee, it was selling belonging. Chapter 4: Rapid Expansion and Global Ambition. During the 1990s, Starbucks expanded at an incredible pace. New stores opened almost daily across the United States. In 1992, Starbucks went public. The company's growth accelerated further. Coffee drinks like lattes, cappuccinos, and mochas became mainstream. Starbucks didn't just sell coffee, it educated customers. Words like tall, grande, and venti entered everyday language. Customization became part of the brand's identity. Soon, Starbucks looked beyond America. The company entered Japan, Europe, the Middle East, and later China and India. But instead of copying the same store everywhere, Starbucks adapted. Store designs reflected local culture while maintaining brand identity. In some countries, Starbucks became a symbol of modern life. In others, it represented aspiration, status, and global connection. Chapter 5: Criticism, challenges, and crisis. With massive success came criticism. Some accused Starbucks of killing local cafes. Others criticized high prices, excessive sugar, or corporate dominance. Environmental activists questioned disposable cups and ethical sourcing. By the mid 2000s, Starbucks expanded too fast. Quality slipped, stores felt generic. The emotional connection weakened. In 2008, during the global financial crisis, Starbucks closed hundreds of stores and laid off thousands of employees. Howard Schultz returned as CEO. His mission was clear: fix Starbucks or let it fail with dignity. He closed all U.S. stores for a day to retrain baristas. He refocused on coffee quality, customer experience, and company values. This decision shocked Wall Street, but saved the brand. Chapter 6: Reinvention in the Digital Age. Starbucks reinvented itself once again. The company invested heavily in technology. Mobile ordering, loyalty programs, and personalized offers transformed how customers interacted with the brand. Starbucks became one of the most successful digital retailers in the world, not by selling technology, but by using it to enhance human experience. Sustainability also became central. Ethical coffee sourcing, support for farmers, reusable cups, and greener stores helped rebuild trust. Starbucks positioned itself as socially responsible, culturally aware, and future-focused. Chapter 7: Starbucks Today, More Than Coffee. Today, Starbucks operates in more than 80 countries with tens of thousands of stores worldwide. It is a place for students to study, professionals to work, friends to meet, and travelers to pause. Starbucks is no longer just a coffee company. It is a global brand built on experience, emotion, and routine. From a small bean shop in Seattle to a global cultural icon, Starbucks proves that success isn't only about what you sell, but how you make people feel. Starbucks' story teaches us that vision matters, culture matters, and sometimes the smallest ideas, like a cup of coffee, can change the world. I remember when I first moved to this city, feeling lost. But then I found my local Starbucks. It became a place of comfort, where the barista knew my name before anyone else did. For me, it was during late-night study sessions in college. We'd camp out at the corner table with our textbooks and lattes, fueling both our minds and our friendships. I proposed to my partner right here, this exact table. We were sitting, just like this, talking about life and future dreams. It felt right. And for us, seeing faces light up as they take a sip, listening to your stories, that's what makes our day. It's not just coffee for us either. In every cup, an invitation to linger and connect. Every story shared, a thread in the rich, global tapestry that Starbucks has truly become. As much in the people it serves as in the coffee it brews lies its greatest legacy.